Hi there, it's Liz Yuille from Old Staples Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Today's project is a variation of this one, and I must say first that I would like to thank the lovely Dina Rico over at the Creativity Cave for the idea for the background. I think it is beautiful. Can you see the sparkle? I think you can. It's just divine. Anyway, so this project is for the Inspire Create Challenge team challenge, if that makes sense, for this current week or fortnight. We issue a challenge every fortnight, and this week's challenge is just festive, which is really, we've decided it's anything you would celebrate, be that Halloween or Christmas. So this is my Halloween version, and I'm going to show you the Christmas version next. But first, two quick things. Firstly, don't forget that we still have the buy three, get a fourth free designer series paper sale, and that's on select versions of designer series paper. So it's not all. There's a selection you can choose from, but it includes some of the annual catalogue stuff and some of the autumn winter. So, and that includes my favourite Painted Autumn. So do bear that in mind. That runs until the end of October. So that's that. The other thing to remember is that also running to the end of October is the Merry Patterns hostess set that you can get free, gratis and for nothing. This is, you can get if you place an order or run a workshop that has an order of at least £250, and that you then, when you put your order through, you'll be asked to pop that in. There is French and German as well. Obviously this is the English version, and we're actually going to use this in today's project. So that, as I say, runs until the 31st of October, and if you can't put an order of £250 together, that's easy. Just jump over to my online store and place an order of at least £25, and I will enter you into a draw to win one of these, because I've got, I think, 3 unused versions now. I think it's 3. So yeah, each £25, and that's from the beginning of September to the end of October. But yeah, so jump onto my online store and you could win one of these. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh yes, I've made 2,000! How could I forget? Wahey! So thank you all very much for supporting me, and I've got 2,000 subscribers now. I've got 2,030, I think, as of now. As of, this is obviously recorded ahead of time. Anyway, so we've done enough admin. Let's get started with today's version of the project. And as I say, I'm going to be using the Merry Patterns stamp set. For this, I obviously used Spooky Cat, which is this one. But I thought I'd just change it up a wee bit and do a Christmas version. So we've got the one, and now we'll do the other. I am using the, what do we call it? Woodland Textured Impressions. That's not the embossing folder. That's the embossing folder. Just so excited at having reached 2,000 subscribers. So yes, the Woodlands embossing folder. It's a bit weird because I think it's actually upside down, but it doesn't matter, so that's fine. And this was Soft Suede, Pumpkin Pie and Basic Black with Very Vanilla. And this time I'm using Night of Navy, Marina Mist, Soft Sky and Whisper White. So the same but different. All of the dimensions are in the usual place over on my blog, which is posted below. So you don't have to write anything down, just hop over to my blog and you will find it. So the first thing I am going to do is emboss this. So into the embossing folder, obviously it doesn't matter which way up you're going because it's going to run north-south anyway. So it doesn't matter whether it's going north or south or north. Because it's just doing that. Now, because it is the embossing folder, all you do is use your standard Big Shot platform without the thin die adapter, and then sandwich everything between two cutting plates. So I'll just run that through, which won't take more than a few seconds. So that is that done. I'm just rebuilding everything because I'll need it all built later. So that is our basic background. And then while I've got that there, I want, and I know I've put it somewhere, there it is, some Wink of Stella. Now, whenever I use my Wink of Stella, I make sure I can hear that rattle, because that means that there's a ball in the thing that keeps the glitter actually in the liquid, otherwise it tends to form a lump. So all I'm going to do is just run this over some of the branches. So on the original, the idea is that it makes it more kind of spooky, and on this, obviously, it makes it more frosty. So it has dual purpose. I'm not being too precise on where I'm running it. I just want to make sure that there's an obvious twinkle, 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 as if frost. And I've actually got some quite exciting ideas for using this embossing folder, which I will do when I come to my Advent countdown. But that won't happen until Halloween. My 13 days of Halloween has gone. So there we go. So that, can you see that it's not quite as easy for the camera to pick up on the paler colour. Let's just add a wee bit more up here, because that's going to be a bit more obvious. Right, so while that's sort of drying a bit, I am going to do some stamping. So I'm going to grab a D block and the stamp set which is in front of me. Now this is actually a two-step stamp, but I'm going to use it as a one-step stamp because I just want the reindeer in his lovely jumper. It's a kind of Nordic jumper, which is kind of cute. So I'm just going to pop him on there and ink up with Night of Navy to match up with the background of the card. And we're not going to get all of this onto the die cut, because I'm going to die cut this out. But there we go. And of course it would have been so helpful if I had actually had my stamping scrub sprayed ready to go, but you know, when was I last organised? There we go. So that's that done. And I've suddenly got terribly warm. We're about to head into a warm phase in the UK. They're threatening, by the time you see this, they're threatening 21 degrees, which is just ridiculous. It's the middle of October. We could have done with it in the middle of, I don't know, August. That would have been interesting, having a summer in August, but no, let's not. Okay, so I'm going to use one of my favourite stitched shape framelits. Can't say it. And I'm going to cut his backside off. But hey, that's life. And then I'm going to cut a further die out of the middle of the Marina Mist piece, because it's empty space anyway. So we might as well not waste it. Now this is the middle of the oval dies. No, it's not. It's the second largest of the oval dies. And this is the third largest of the scalloped shapes. So I'm just going to run those through the Big Shot. And obviously this time I need the thin die adapter because it's a thin die. So let's just get that all lined up, and I do want him to be looking as if he's standing up straight. So, and unlike usually, I don't have my magnetic base plate out because I've been doing the embossing. Right, there we go. So, this will then mount onto there. Don't need those anymore. Don't need that anymore. So let's start building the base up. This I'm going to pop up onto some dimensionals, just to give them a little extra boost. So 1, 2, I'll do 4, I think. And 3, 4. And pop him down there. Lovely. Lucky chap. Okay, we'll bring that back in because we'll need that. Right, a bit of fast fuse, only because as I've got this cut out, it's easier to fast fuse than use my usual liquid glue. But I will be using liquid glue to stick the embossed piece down, and I will explain why that is my choice in a moment. Let's actually fold that in half. This is a usual A6 card. Now this I am going to stick down with liquid glue as much as anything else because as it's embossed I don't really want to put any pressure on the back, but also it gives a better chance of the glue actually being in the right place, whereas if you use fast fuse or snail there is no guarantee that you're going to have it on a bit that's actually going to touch the bottom piece. So make sure your branches are going up the way before you put that on. Just turn it over and give it a gentle press. So that's that. Now I'm bringing in a scrap of very vanilla, no whisper white, and the back of a shipping order, because what I want to grab is, whoops, is the branch, or bough I suppose we should call it, and Merry Christmas. Now Merry Christmas I'm going to stamp in Night of Navy. The branch I am going to stamp in just in Soft Sky, just really to build up a bit of a background. And all I'm going to do is, actually I might alternate them, is just build up a bit of a background. I have to say I do really, really like this bough. It's just perfect. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's really beautifully drawn, and that is more than I need. Just getting so carried away with its beauty. Right, okay, so close that up. I'm then going to, oh, I can use the edge of this with my Night of Navy. Now I'm just going to position things a wee bit so that I can work out just where I want this to go. That should, perfect. Okay, so now I would suggest not using a block quite as large as this, but hey, it's out, so I'm using it. And I'm actually stamping this slightly down from the middle, and I will show you why in a moment. Right, get rid of those. Okay, so this is going to go there, this is going to go there, but before I stick, I want that, see, I want that to kind of snuggle a little bit underneath the die cut, which is why I have popped it there. So I'm just going to stick that down with some liquid adhesive, just get it about where I need it to be. And I want that to go the full width of the... See, it would have been so much better if I'd actually put the glue in the right place. So I want that sort of there, and that, oh, actually a bit further over here. So about there. Now I'm going to bring in other scissors for this because I don't really want to get liquid adhesive all over my nice scissors, because it will come off, but I need to use them before it dries. So all I'm doing is just turning over and cutting straight down, and getting glue on my card, cutting straight down so that I know it's lined up, because if you do it from the back you know you're lining up. It's just easier that way. So before I put this down, I'm going to bring in a piece of the metallic edge ribbon, and this is the white version, and then this is going to just form a kind of Z or S behind the die cut. And I'm going to do that by actually running fast fuse on the back of the die cut so that I've got an idea of where the die cut is going to be in relation to the ribbon. But we just zigzag across the back like that, and then add a bit more fast fuse over the top of that. And attach one to t'other, and then, and this is why I didn't want to use my nice scissors to cut sticky stuff, we'll just trim our, a better trim of our ribbon. There we go. Don't need that anymore anyway. So, the only other thing I want to do, excuse me while I lean across because I forgot to get one out, is, actually I do need that back in, because this is dark card, I want, although I didn't do it on the Halloween version, oh I did, no I did do it on the Halloween version, I want something on the inside, so I want a light piece of cardstock. What I will actually do is grab the Soft Sky again. On the Halloween I stamped off using soft suede, but I think the Night of Navy will still be a little bit too much, even if I stamped it off. So as we've got Soft Sky on the outside, I will use Soft Sky and just have our reindeer poking in at the bottom of our card. So let's just pop that. Whoops, got a trail. That's because I didn't do a proper flick. And then just pop that on the inside of our card. So there you go. Let's clear some of the decks. That's the original, and that's my version of it. And as I say, thanks to Dina Rico for the idea. I think it's really cute. And they make really classy, but fairly quick cards. We're only on 19 minutes, and I spent about 3.5 of those waffling at the beginning. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Please do have a go at our challenge. The website is inspirecreatechallenge.blogspot.com. I will link it in my blog post, obviously. If you just click on the picture, you will jump over to the blog post. I say the picture, there's a theme, like an icon-y button thing. It'll be clear when you go over there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. It's all a bit of a waffle. I do apologise for that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I will still like to get more subscribers. I almost want to say let's get 2,200 by my birthday on the 1st of November, but that's possibly a bit too much to ask. But anyway, thank you very much for supporting me. I couldn't do this without you guys. And if you would like any of these supplies, again, if you're in the UK, it would be a great help to me if you were to shop with me. The link of all the supplies will be below, and it will be for both of these. So don't be too worried about the long list, because it will be for both projects. And I will see you again very soon. Thanks a lot for watching.